Hi there. I wanted to talk to you firstly about my best friend. We had been friends for about 32 years and we did all the things that best friends did. She was my bridesmaid at my wedding, I was her bridesmaid. She was my godmother to my eldest boy, and I was godmother to her eldest boy. And we were just like, as thick as thieves. But because of a trend that was happening in the late 80s and early 90s, this trend almost destroyed and ultimately, I think, killed my best friend. So I see today that there's Ozempic and these GPL1s that are flooding the market, and women all over the world are taking these drugs in order to lose weight very rapidly. But the point I want to make here is that this is very destructive to your health and your well-being over the long run. And back in the day when my girlfriend and I were young women, the big thing then was speed. I can't remember what they used to call it, but it was basically just a drug that made your heart race really hard. And my girlfriend was a big girl and she struggled trying to lose weight the whole entire 32 years I knew her. So when she couldn't lose any weight and she wanted so desperately to lose weight, she would go on these speed drugs, and she would lose weight pretty rapidly, but she was kind of a little bit crazy during that time. But as soon as she stopped using the drugs, she would put all the weight back on and then some more. And from what I believe that this put a lot of stress on her heart, and they already had heart problems in the whole family. Generations had died from heart problems. So I believe that she eventually had a heart attack at just before she turned 50, because of the drug that was being, well, it was actually just saying that it was okay to take these, that there was no real side effects, but the side effects were she was a bit crazy, she was manic, and then eventually her heart just gave up, because of the drugs and because she put more weight on than if she hadn't actually taken the drug. And that's what I believe. So after my friend passed away and the grief started to lift, I decided that because I've been trying to get her to lose weight the whole time that I knew her, and she would just tell me to bugger off, I decided I wanted to help women lose weight, and I became a PT. So for 14 years, I've helped women, mostly women, but I have helped a lot of men as well, to lose weight, to get fit, to get healthy, and to have a better mindset about nutrition. So, and when this new skinny trend came on board and I started having a look at what the effects of this were, I was quite heartbroken, because not only does it destroy your bone density, it has the capacity to take muscle mass away from you. And as women, as we age, that is so vitally important, a bone density and a muscle mass, to keep us strong, to keep us healthy, to make sure that we have a really good, healthy metabolism. So the down part of this celebrity skinny thing is that women are suffering, and I'm quite sure that if women realize what it's going to do to their body in the long run, that they may actually stop and think about the alternatives that are available. Now, I'm well aware that the alternatives for most women are a bit of a yuck. Exercising, watching your diet, watching your nutrition, and, maybe even meditating. But that's the only way you're going to lose weight, get fit, and get healthy. And I want you to just have a quick listen to one of my clients who just did one of my 8-week challenges. So would you say that the most that you learned on this journey is how food and exercise have to be combined in order to get the results? Or do you think it's just your food?
No, absolutely both.
Yeah.
Because in the past I've done either and I've done all, and you just don't get the results.
Now, Michelle is a big lady and still was a big lady and still is a big lady, and she's going to continue on this journey, and her fitness level is quite extraordinary for a big girl. But you have to understand that there is no easy fix. If you want to go down that road of easy fix, there's all sorts of side effects. So you have to weigh up the options, whether you want skinny and sag or you want toned and healthy. So it's so important that women understand that your bone density is so important as you get older. So you don't want to be brittle if you fall over. You don't want to break a hip, because that's the end. And your muscle mass will allow you to be really strong. It'll take all that effort from your bones and transfer it onto your nice strong muscles, so you can stand upright and you can be strong. And also, strong muscles have the capacity to make your immune system even strong. So as we age, we need those strong muscles so our immune system is strong and holds out against the inevitable colds and flu that go around. So it's vital that you understand the alternative to these drugs is not going to be easy, but I can guarantee you it will be so much better for you in the long run. In the long run, you're going to be healthy, you're going to know about food, you're going to know about how to exercise. And when we exercise, we release endorphins into the brain, so you start to feel better. But this takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of effort. And I know how to give you the information that you need, that you're going to get the success you want. Whether you want to do it from the gym, whether you want to do it in my group, or whether you want to do it at home, in the privacy of your own home, they are all available to you to do and to get the weight loss that you want, get the health you want, get the fitness you want, and get that muscle mass that's so vitally important to us as women. I hope this has given you a little bit of a background, not only on me, but the fact that these drugs are not safe. The pharmaceutical companies are making a fortune out of them, and I think in the long run we might see some very, very detrimental effects over the next decade or so. So really have a think about the alternative. I know it's difficult, I know it's hard, I know it takes time, and God knows most women don't have very much time in their lives after they go to work, look after their family and have a bit of downtime. But it's worth 45 minutes a day. It's definitely worth 45 minutes a day to focus on you, your health and your fitness. If you would like some more information, there is a little link down in the chat box that you can click on, find out a little bit more about what I do, and if you want to have a chat, I'd be more than happy to chat with you. It's been lovely chatting with you. I hope you've enjoyed my video. It hasn't been too boring for you, and as I always say, stay fit, stay healthy, and above all, stay very happy. Bye.